Okay, my friends, this is Donnie and Sandra, and we are coming to you from Estill Springs in Tennessee. And the reason this is not a North Carolina trip here. I've come over here to Tullahoma, Tennessee for a family reunion on my mom's side. And I also came out here because I wanted to fulfill my mom's last dying wish, which was 11 years ago. She wanted me to make sure that she was buried with her family. And so now some of you might be saying it's taken 11 years for you to do that. Well, 8 of those, I want to say in 20, her dying wish also was that she wanted my father to be passed away. And when he's cremated, she wanted his ashes put with her and they be buried together. And so he died in March of 2020. And so just procrastination on my part, I finally, at the family reunion, I told my wife, Sandra, I said, you know what, this might be a good time to fulfill Mom's wish. And so I got the ashes from one of my brothers, and we came out, and yesterday evening, I fulfilled that wish, and we dug into some very hard ground, and I got her ashes buried along with my father's. And so, but Sandra and I are staying in this really neat little, I guess you could say, little cabin. It's called Holliday Hideaway. Holliday Hideaway. Now, what I'll do is we'll try to put a link in the description below for my YouTubers, and for my Facebook people, just look into the description above and you can see where we stayed at. And so very nice. It's very unusual. And the reason why I'm doing this is because this little place here is like a little mini museum on the inside, and you're really going to see some really cool things. And so when we saw the inside of this, I said, oh my goodness, I didn't really intend on filming anything. And so but we definitely decided, hey, we need a video of this. There's just too many cool things in here. And so but we're leaving out tomorrow. We're going to leave out real early in the morning, and I am going to make it a point to have breakfast at Shoney's. Shoney's. Some of you old timers ought to remember Shoney's restaurant. Well, the reason why I want to the reason why I want to eat at Shoney's is because my mom worked at Shoney's a lot. And so several different Shoney's. And so when we lived in Nashville, Tennessee, we lived right behind a Shoney's. I mean, literally right behind it. And I remember riding the bicycles around the Shoney's, and then when we moved to North Carolina, my mom worked at a Shoney's in Salisbury, North Carolina, and so, but Shoney's was a lot. She worked the salad bar, and so I told Sandra, I said, I want to eat at a Shoney's on our way out. So that's what we're going to do. So at any rate, let's go ahead and let's take a look-see in here, and I'm going to show you some really cool things inside of this place. So Sandra is opening the door, and so this here is the bedroom, and there's another bed over here. But guys, if you guys can just see the stuff that's on the walls here, it's like a museum. It's like a museum. And so we wanted to show you some of the cool things in here and some of the history behind some of these cool things. And so now the bedroom, let me turn a light on. Sandra, could you open up that curtain? Mm-hmm. Look at this shower. The shower is just really wild. And so that's got a really nice shower head on it. And hope you can see it. And so really nice.
The mason jar light.
Mason jar light. There's some of the things folks come up with. And but yeah, these I don't know what you call these pictures here, foil pictures or something like that. So. And so but a lot of the pictures that they got on here are old, real old pictures, and they got this cow's head here to put your towels across cow's head. And this right here is an old closet.
Wardrobe.
A wardrobe. And I guess I might be calling some of this wrong, but
You got the old radios up there.
yeah, the old style radios on the very top. And hey, open up this trunk. They got some blankets stored on the bottom of it. Yeah, right here. You can just pull it right on up, and really cool. I hope you're getting a good picture of that right there. But it is old. Underneath this is some blankets. But I guess what they used to do. I've seen some that look like drawers, like a chest of drawers. And I guess what you would do is stand it up, and this would become like a
dresser.
Well, you got your goods and almost like a backpack. Except you don't carry it on your back. But it's got everything. It's got your whole home inside of that just about. You just travel with that. And but in a nutshell, a lot of this is just regular, just pictures and stuff.
The old, the dresser.
Yeah, the dresser. It definitely looks like an old, just an old antique dresser. And and then he's got the golf things in here. And then the toys.
Okay.
Bring out the toys.
Oh. Okay, so we got
this little thing here. Oh my gosh. Some of this stuff I remember.
And then we got the xylophone.
Yeah, I remember the xylophone.
Which is hooked to the cow for some reason.
Yeah. Hey, that dog. Get that dog right there.
Okay, so the dog does do something.
It sounds like it's barking. And so that was some of the old toys that they had in here. And then you got all these old bottles here. All these old bottles. And some of them I've never heard of before. Grapago. I think it's Grapago. I've never heard of that one before. Golden Cola. 7-Up, of course. I've heard of 7-Up before. Sundrop. But these are old bottles.
These are really old bottles.
Now, they got, in the
Pepsi.
Yeah, now that's an old bottle. Now, in the area that we're at, they have a Coca-Cola
factory, it looks like.
They look at Coca-Cola factory, and there's PepsiCo. PepsiCo is literally right across the street from it.
Yep.
And so, but, and then, of course, you got now we've got one of these in our motorhome. Some of you guys will remember that. We've got, it must be the same person that did this one. Same company that did this one, did North Carolina one that we got. But that is just absolutely just cool. And then the old pictures and stuff, antique pictures they've got lined in here. But let's go in here. This right here is kind of like the game room. And they've got a pool table, and then the sink, a kitchen sink, microwave, but we want to point out some really cool things that's in here. And so they got their mugs in here. You can buy them, one for $6, two for $10. And so Holliday Hideaway. Now their last names, the owner's last names is Holliday. That's their last name. Now what we're going to do, guys, in here is we're just going to start just picking out. We're not going to show you every little thing in here, but just some really wild individual things that we saw in here.
So you got all your little antique kitchen gadgets.
Yeah, this one right here especially.
Yeah, that's a dough.
This is a pastry
cutter, yeah.
A pastry cutter, and so you just kind of you would cut it, and but that's
how you cut in your butter into your pie crust.
And
let's see. And then we've got cheese graters, the egg beaters, all that.
There's something else here. You said this was
squeezer.
You said this was a lemon squeeze. And so that's wow. Never seen anything like that before.
Squeeze it.
I would have never known. Okay, this here was something that we thought was wild. It's we're not sure. Maybe flour. Here, can you pull that out? I can't get it one-handed. Just make sure it don't fall. It looks like this is probably to put flour in, flour or grain. And so I'm not sure if you guys can see down in that. And so we're thinking maybe it's flour. And so,
you
but
can
it's
see your level of your flour, and then
Yeah.
this is what you would disperse it with into your bowl.
yeah. And then they get
Flour
that thing.
sifter.
Here, do it. Yeah.
And then you got your potato ricer.
Now we got one of these
You know,
ourselves.
one of these.
Now this here, what you do is here, demonstrate.
Oh, you open. I don't know if I can get it open.
Well, you open it
There you
up.
go. Open it up. You put your potatoes, your cooked potatoes in here, and then you rice them, and then that way it's easier to mash.
Squeeze it, and it comes through the bottom there.
It comes to the bottom and the sides. And then you got your bread box.
Bread box.
And then this is an old scale that they have.
That's just really wild.
Then you got your old pie safe with the metal, the tin inserts.
Does it open up? Old pie safe. A safe, they called it? Pie safe.
And then this was cute. This is your salt and pepper and your sugar. Wouldn't fit very much sugar, but a little tiny spoon.
Wow.
This is like pre-easy bake oven. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
actually an electric oven that from the 1950s.
It is electric. Wow.
Yep.
That is amazing. But yeah, it has
stovetop,
the stove gets hot and stuff. And not now. I mean, they don't have it, but the little chef. The little chef is what it is. But we looked it up, and sure enough, guys, that was I mean, metal, the easy bake oven. This sucker really actually cooked. And now this thing
is the
here.
old stove. This doesn't work, but this is what people would used to use to bake in. That's the oven. I didn't see what was in there.
That's wild.
Oh, it's like a waffle iron.
Yeah. Old waffle iron.
And then you've got
And it locks. That's what was locking it. Well, this one's not locking too good, but that's the way it would shut up.
and this is where your temperature gauge was.
Yeah, I thought the temperature gauge was kind of cool. This is right here. That's it. You just turn it on however hot you want it. And so, really cool.
You got your grease can.
Grease can.
Oh. And let's see. This pinball machine doesn't work, but
Yeah, the pinball machine doesn't
from
work,
1970.
unfortunately.
We looked it up.
We looked it up, this company here, and this exact pinball machine, 1970. 1970. And so just really cool. I thought it was wild as that. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It says for amusement only. I don't know of any other reason or somebody would have another use for it. And so this is cool.
Yeah.
Old Frigidaire. And they've got just kind of parts and little things inside of it. But
That's where your ice would go.
you would go, must be where ice trays would be. So there's not like a freezer in this thing.
And your light that would cut on.
Yeah, like when you open it up the door. Really wild.
Your Dalmatian collection.
Yeah. Yeah, and they've got like inside of here, there's like different themes, different sections. This is Elvis, of course. And the old style phones, we used to have, my mom and dad used to have one that was very similar to this. Of course, now this phone does not work, but it's the button style. But these are what I grew up with. And so that are the rotary type. And, but yeah, all Elvis.
You got your Elvis cutout.
Yeah. Everything's Elvis in this one area.
You got your piano in here. And then over here you got your tracker stuff and just a little bit of, there's some more tracker things in there I noticed, John Deere.
Yeah.
Now my dad had one of these. It was one of those you put nuts in here and then his came with like little metal things that you could pick the nuts out with.
Yeah.
You cracked them.
And then here you got an Indian
Indian theme
here, just different pictures, and they've got just a little display here of just the little stones and stuff like that, and like flint. I'm not really familiar with it, but it looks like they might have been used for different tools and stuff. Not sure if this is authentic, because sometimes I know in some stores they actually make those and sell them. It's like a replica. A replica, and so
you got your stove here. And
yeah,
then it's pet friendly, so they even give you like bowls for your
Yeah.
dogs.
This is a pet-friendly place we're staying at. We almost brought our dogs. And so now this up here, I'm not really for sure what that is. And so, but it looks like it's got
like
a
tin.
purpose for it,
Yeah.
a tin or something.
Yeah.
And so, but it's actually that holder that it's in, I don't think that's actually a part of it.
I don't think so either. I think it's just a Coca-Cola tin.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my favorite saying. Always live within your income, even if you have to borrow money to do it.
Yeah.
And then the bathroom.
All right, now the bathroom is, like I said, just enough to do your business, but I thought these pictures were really cool. It's a picture, but it's kind of three-dimensional. It's like layered with papers. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's got a really neat look to
I
it.
can see it better with this.
Yeah, and there's one over here. You could probably see it a little bit better, and really wild. It's kind of layered up, but really nice. It's really nice. And what was the cost on this?
$120 a night.
$120 a night. And so, but it was, like I said, plenty of room in here. But when we got inside of it, it's like a museum. And of course, the pool table. And we've played pool
Several times.
Yeah, we played pool in this a lot. And this is 4th of July weekend, and they've been having the old Twilight Zone marathon playing. And so I've been watching a lot of the Twilight Zones up here. And so just been a real busy few days. And we decided just to take our last day here and just kind of chill and relax. And just kind of just take it easy, and but it really was a nice trip out here. We really enjoyed it, and so. But I just thought, I didn't intend on really filming anything or recording anything. But when we saw this this place, this little cabin that we're staying at, and all the old antique items in here, I'm going, golly, that'd be kind of neat to share with folks and let them see this. And so, but if you want to come out here, if you're in this area near Tullahoma or what was that called again? What was this area called?
Estelle Springs.
Estelle Springs. If you're in this area and you're needing a place to stay, check these folks out. It's really nice, lots of room. And so this is one area we didn't talk about, the race car, NASCAR theme, I guess. Yeah. And so that was some more things that they have on here.
The tractors right here.
And little tractors and stuff, little toys. This is where they got towels inside of this thing. And but other than that, guys, we hope you guys have enjoyed it. And so again, you guys take care. We love you. And we hope the Lord blesses y'all real good. Y'all take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.